My name is Attila Yilmaz. I'm the owner and operator of Pazar Food Collective in Canterbury, Sydney, located on the western side of the western suburbs of Sydney. We are a restaurant that has been named a hybrid of Turkish and Mexican, which we are a lot more of, and we have been in operation for almost 8 years now. The thing that drove me to take the plunge into hospitality was after a career in policing for 12 years, I was diagnosed with PTSD, which kind of forced my hand to then choose another career in something that I thought would be A, therapeutic, and B, a lifestyle business. So our regular customers are generally people from out of our suburban area. 75% of our clientele is from the eastern suburbs, North Shore and the south. We've always been a destination restaurant, and we pride ourselves on the fact that people are willing to travel out to Canterbury for our food. This 2020 has been very challenging for restaurants because of the bushfires, COVID-19, the floods, and the general economic state. It's something that we started prepping for way back in January when I was keeping a close eye on the COVID situation. So for us, it's always been about being able to maintain a steady cash flow, but also be fluid and to be able to change our menu as required. We are lucky that we are a seasonally driven menu and that we can adapt and change as we need to. So back in January, we already started to implement plans for the worst case scenario, and that worst case scenario was that we have to shut the doors completely and have a contactless delivery system, and which was setting up a drive-through through our back laneway, and that has worked quite well for us. So the major challenges to the adaptations and changes we've made to the business have largely been that we have a very small service window now. Whereas we would normally do a dinner service and serve 200, 250 people plus over a 4 to 5 hour period, we are now locked into a situation where we have to deliver restaurant quality food, which is what people expect from us, but within a 1.5 to 2 hour period. But not only that, put every single course essentially on the table in a bag at exactly the same time. So the challenges there are, one, maintaining the standard of our food and our brand, two, being able to provide the service quickly and efficiently, and three, be able to do that safely to avoid any sort of contamination or cross-contamination or contact with any potential customers that may have the virus, but also to give the consumer a peace of mind to know that we are doing everything we possibly can to minimise any type of spread that could potentially happen. Some of the changes we've noticed since implementing it has been extremely difficult to go from a restaurant service to a takeaway service. It's a whole different game. I think a lot of restaurants have found the same thing. The biggest challenge for us has been IT related, and that is getting our systems in place to not only accept online ordering and for those online orders then to appear on our point of sale system and then print off in the kitchen, but also then to control the flow of how many orders we can accept per hour, per quarter hour, or whatever. That has caused us some headaches and some grief. But once we iron out those little kinks, I think we can do a decent trade. Whether it's a profitable trade or not, we're not sure, because there are only so many cars we can process per hour. And that's something we're working on. There are many things I would do differently if I had to do this again. The main thing for us is to make sure that you have a point of sale system that is locally based, locally supported. IT issues have been our major problem with transfer from transferring over from a dine-in restaurant to a takeaway style online-based business. To have that local support and local knowledge and a local contact is invaluable, and that's something we're in the process of now converting over to, and it is probably been the biggest cost to the business as why we haven't been able to transition as smoothly as everybody else. So the advice I'd give to small businesses that are looking at ways to adapt is to make sure that you need to assess the viability of what you're doing. In the situation we're in at present, it's a matter of how much money are you going to lose at this stage? We aren't probably able to operate and generate the sort of cash flow we used to as a dine-in restaurant, because the spends are smaller, and the number of customers we can process in that 1.5 hour window, which is where everyone wants to eat, is a lot smaller. So for any small business owner, I'd be assessing the viability of it. Am I going to lose $3,000 a week from opening, or am I going to lose $1,000 a week from being closed? So it's really, really important to take stock of what you're doing, where your outgoings are, and assess that situation before you make any sort of decision.